If you're already into audio gear and maybe you're running something like this shit stack that I have right here for your audio setup, or even an all-in-one unit in the $100 to $500 range, at some point you're gonna start wondering, what does the next level actually sound like? And that's exactly what we're gonna be checking out today. This is the brand new iFi Neo IDSD3. It's a desktop DAC and headphone amp combo that's designed to sit in that serious upgrade territory without jumping all the way to crazy high-end pricing. And a quick disclosure before we start, iFi did send this unit out for my review, but as always, all thoughts and opinions are my own. Also, if you want to learn more about this device or pick one up, I'll have an affiliate link down in the description below, so take a look there. All right, before we open up the box, I did notice this kind of very noticeable sticker they have here regarding power of the iDSD3. And it's highlighted on this yellow sticker here, 12 volt / 1.8 amps. So what is iFi trying to tell us here? Are they trying to tell us that this all-in-one device has a ton of output power? Well, we'll see later in this video. The first thing you'll notice is that iFi packaging is always pretty clean and minimal. Inside the box, we got the Neo IDSD3 itself. And it's interesting they went with a black color this time. The original iDSD Neo 1 and 2 were both in aluminum silver. But we'll take a closer look at this device in a second. Underneath, we should have some accessories. Let's see what we have here. First, we have some documentation like this quick start guide. And this device does support Bluetooth connectivity, so they go over the device setup for that. And here we have the power supply, which looks very nice and is iFi branded. And as we saw in the front of the box, it is rated for 12 volt and 1.8 amp of output. And then we have a smaller box in here. And what we have here is the stand for the iDSD3. The nice thing about the Neo I devices is that you can either set them on your desk in a horizontal fashion such as this and save yourself lots of desk space by having it stand up on your desk. And this is the way that I recommend that you set it up on your desk, because for me, when I set up the previous versions of the iDSD, this setup saves so much space on your already crowded desktop. So this is great that you're able to do that with this device. And the cool thing about the Neo IDSD is that the screen will flip from the horizontal view into a vertical view pretty much on the fly from when you turn it into vertical mode, which is a definite plus. All right, in this other box, we have some more accessories. And this is nice. A remote control is not something that's included with a lot of amps and DACs, but with the iFi Neo IDSD3, it is included. So if you're setting it up, for example, to serve as the sound for your TV and audio setup in your living room, it's nice to have a remote control where you can control everything from the volume to skipping to next tracks and turning features on and off such as X Space, K2HD, and X Space. They do provide you with a 3.5mm to 6.3mm adapter, and that's because the iDSD3 has a 6.3mm unbalanced connection in the front for your headphones. And they do provide the country-specific plug. This is the American plug, so you would just slide it into your power adapter and snap it in. Next, you have a left and right RCA cables for connecting an external DAC or headphone amplifier to the iDSD3 if you so wish to do so with the unbalanced connections that are on the iDSD3. They also provide you with these little rubber feet that would go on the bottom of the iDSD3 if you are going to put it on your desk in the horizontal mode. Finally, they provide you with a high quality USB 3.0 cable that's going to give you the best connection from your source to the iDSD3. I did wish this cable was a little bit longer, but you could always purchase a longer one if you needed to. Of course, that may introduce some noise, so I think that's why they made it shorter. And that's pretty much everything you need to get started right away. All right, let's go ahead and peel this off. And now let's take a look at the Neo IDSD3 itself. This thing definitely has that classic iFi design language. The chassis is aluminum. It feels really solid, and the footprint is actually pretty compact considering how much tech is inside of here. You got a large knob that feels good to turn, as well as a digital display on the front, along with your headphone outputs. And this is where something like this starts to make sense for someone upgrading from a budget setup. You see, most entry-level DAC amp combos are either DAC focused or amp focused, but something like the Neo IDSD3 is designed to do both extremely well in one unit. So taking a look at the front of the unit, on the right here, we have a balanced 4.4mm Pentacon headphone output and your standard 6.3mm headphone output. And the power button is right in the middle of this cross here. Just hold it down for a few seconds and the unit will power on. And you have the display here that rotates by itself with the unit if you turn it from horizontal to vertical. Right now, the way I'm holding it is just orienting itself in the vertical view, but pretty much this is what it looks like. And the nice thing is that you could stand it like this if you wanted your audio connections at the bottom, or you could stand it up like this if you wanted your headphone output to be on top. And as you see, it rotates by itself, which is really nice. You don't have to go into the menus and dig in on where to rotate the display. It's just something that happens automatically, which is really great. Nice that iFi implemented this. And of course, we have the large volume control here, which feels really nice, as well as some buttons to control things like X-Bass, K2HD, as well as setting up Bluetooth. And so balanced outputs are actually a big deal once you start moving up into higher end headphones. For example, like my Modhouse Tungsten V2s that I have right here. And that's because amps typically can provide more power and better channel separation compared to that of a single-ended output, as we see on the right here. And speaking of power, one of the reasons people move up to something like this is amplifier capability. The Neo IDSD3 actually puts out a serious amount of power for a desktop all-in-one, which means it can drive a much wider range of headphones than most entry-level DAC and amp, such as these guys right here. All right, around the back is where things get interesting. You've got a ton of connectivity options here. You have a USB input for computer audio. You have optical and coaxial digital inputs, balanced XLR outputs. For example, if you wanted to use the iDSD as a DAC and output to another external headphone amplifier that you might have, as well as RCA outputs for an unbalanced connection. You also have RCA connections for analog unbalanced connections as well, if you wanted to use the iDSD3 as a headphone amplifier, for example. So this unit can function not just as a headphone DAC and amp, but also as the central DAC in a speaker system, for example. That's something a lot of people upgrading from entry gear are looking for. One device that can run both headphones and powered speakers, or a full amp setup. So if you're currently using something in the $100 to $500 range, the main reasons people upgrade to something like this usually comes down to three things. First, cleaner DAC performance and more advanced digital processing. Second, more powerful and refined headphone amplification for harder to drive headphones. And third, better connectivity and flexibility so your DAC becomes the hub for your entire setup. Instead of stacking multiple boxes, you get one clean desktop unit that does everything. The display on the Neo series is also nice because it actually shows things like sample rate, input source, and volume level. So you always know exactly what's happening in your audio chain. So that's a quick first look and unboxing of the iFi Neo IDSD3. Next, I'm gonna go much deeper. I'm gonna test the sound, checking out the features, and most importantly, listening to the sound quality of this device. Again, iFi sent this unit out for my review, and if you want to check it out for yourself, I'll have an affiliate link down in the description. And if you're into DACs, amps, headphones, and figuring out what actually makes your system sound better, make sure to like the video and subscribe because I've got a lot more audio reviews coming. So let's get into it. Next, I tried the JT7s with the most expensive DAC amp I have here, and this is the iFi iDSD3. So there's actually a setting that does change up the sound quite a bit when you're using the iDSD3, and that's the K2 setting. And turning on the K2 technology adds audio processing to give the music a more natural sound. It gives you access to even more details and focuses on the treble and details. And with the iDSD3, there's actually three settings you can pick from, and that's K2 setting off, the K2 setting on, or the K2 HD setting. And the K2 HD and regular K2 do sound different, so stay tuned as I will talk about the differences. So first, let's talk about how the JT7 sounded with the K2 setting off. Again, the iDSD3 is the most expensive DAC amp here I tested. And the main question here is, can these headphones scale up and actually sound better when you are using a higher end DAC amp like the iDSD3? And the answer is definitely yes. The JT7s can sound better when you pair them with a very good audiophile DAC amp. Right away, the main difference here when using the iDSD3 with the JT7s is the detail retrieval. I'm just hearing a lot more details in the music with the iDSD3. So far, this setup gives you the most audiophile sound, even though the main focus here is the treble with this DAC amp. The bass sounds just as good, bringing you that deep bass. And that leaves you with a very good, clean mid-range that focuses on vocals and musical instruments. If you want to use the JT7s for analytical listening, where you want to hear all those little details in the music, then the iDSD3 is definitely it. You get great imaging and sound stage with this setup. It's like an audiophile's dream, but I must warn you, it will come in at a higher price. And now when I did turn on that K2 setting, it did give a more natural sound, and I was able to access even more details, especially in the treble region. Vocals sound super clear. Bass doesn't sound as deep as it does with the K2 setting off. If you prefer to focus on vocals while taming the bass a bit, then definitely turn on the K2 setting. If you're sensitive to high treble, I would keep the K2 setting off. And finally, we have the K2 HD setting, which gives you an even cleaner detail in the treble and actually brings back that bass that was tamed with the regular K2 setting turned on. For someone like me that likes to hear bass in their headphones, I'm drawn to either the regular setting with no K2 technology or the K2 HD setting. And let me tell you that the FIO JT7's planar drivers definitely produce some very good bass. There's just this really good bass slam with this headphone and this DAC amp pairing. If cost is no object, then this JT7 with the iDSD3 pairing is the way to go. I would use the K2 HD setting as it brings in that best detail in the music while keeping that nice deep bass that I like. And I'll see you guys in the next one.